I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make a new intro. Hello out there in Videoland, it's me again, the lazy video gamer. And after I did a video about my favorite 32X games, I think it's time for games that I own, but yeah, play with some mixed feelings. So let's jump right into it and welcome to the next level. Once again, I'm starting with a game from the starting lineup. Doom, of course, had to be also shown in one of my shows. Back in the day, if I'll be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of Doom, but the game was in the community scene very popular. It was everything there you expected, and even more, like the frame around the picture and some missed levels. But yeah, thanks to the homebrew community, nowadays the situation is a little bit different. The next game, Motocross Championship, yeah, if you find it for cheap, if I'll be honest, I found it for cheap, around 30 bucks years ago, and the prices are not going up on this. Why? It is an optical stinker. Also, the sound isn't that great. Of course, you can have some fun with it, but back in the days, we expected more than this here Super Nintendo game. Cosmic Carnage, of course, a fighting game. Some people swear on it and love it, but if I'll be honest, I prefer Street Fighter. The sound isn't spectacular, the graphic is okay, also there is a lot of blood in it, but yeah, Mortal Kombat was better, Street Fighter was better, SNK games were better, so yeah, not my favorite. Metal Heat back then looked amazing. I mean,
destroy
back
all
then,
enemy mechs in the city near the border.
those talking about
Remember to take them
digitized
all out.
graphics and pictures, and you just saw this strange speaking person, but it was a little digitized picture. But the animations weren't that good, and also, yeah, the mech games are never one of my favorites. But if you love the 32X and you like mech games, you maybe give it a try. And once again, as a game on a system that you don't expect. I mean, the 32X was the big new, almost arcadey machine, and you play Fred Couples Golf. It does a decent job when it comes to golf, but in the sound department, maybe that was the programmers had that in mind. It's very quiet, it's very relaxing, and yeah,
That'll play.
that is, in my opinion, a little bit too authentic From time to time you hear some birds, but only from time to time, and they're almost not there. Also a game who is even nowadays in the PAL territory, where 32X games are expensive, or expensier than in other regions.
Ah, you're in the beach.
Not a game you have to smash your piggy bank.
Nice out.
Now, Colibri, you have to smash your piggy bank. It's not only good, it is, for that reason, very asked. It looks wonderful. It sounds good, but it's something, when I saw it in the store back then, I never expected, because you are a colibri, a damn blaster, or blasting colibri. It's a shooter. If you saw the pictures on the packages back then, you thought, this is a nice little game, like Sonic, or Flicky, but not a shooter. Now, a game from the category, you could leave that on the Mega Drive, because you don't see the difference if you don't do a side by side. Maybe you can hear something, but not when the announcer is printing his text on the screen. The number girls are of course pretty, but you're throwing punches, try to knock out your opponent, and you could do that even on the Mega Drive with the same graphic, or on the NES in Punch Out with more fun. Once again, EA brought a Europe exclusive game. Now my feelings are mixed. It looks okay, it makes a step in the right direction of three-dimensional soccer games. But it plays like the old FIFA games from the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo. But if I be honest, I like the bitmap graphic of the Mega CD, Mega Drive and Super Nintendo more than this. So it's just a PAL exclusivity that triggered me to have this game in my collection. Mother Base 2000, a remake or new interpretation of Mother Base. I bought it for not a low price, and I gave him a good home. All my games are in protection plastics, that by the way, and from time to time I even play them. It's a shooter of course, and with this little twist that you can send out a little a little spaceship, and the big one is, as the name suggested, your motor base. Now, why this game is or was available in Europe, I don't know. American football isn't that popular here. It wasn't back in the day, and nowadays, if you hear someone who says, I like American football, I watch it on the sports channel, it is like, I feel like a comic figure with a question mark over my head, because the rules for myself are so complicated, it's so tactical. Yeah, I said it. Even nowadays, for me it's a riddle, but maybe some people would have nowadays fun with those games. But 30 years ago, when it comes to the graphic, when it comes to the sound, you could do that on the Mega Drive as well. Also available on the Mega Drive, and if I be honest, you don't see a difference, and you don't hear a difference. Primal Rage. I mean, mid-90s, Jurassic Park, dinosaurs, beat 'em ups, a perfect match, you maybe would say, but yeah, wrong. It was, I never saw an arcade machine out in the wild. Now this game is fun because it was released from Atari. It was an Atari game, and Atari had the Jaguar out at this time. So why they published this game for the 32X? It's a riddle to me. It's a hovercraft shooting game. You fly or drive around in your hovercraft and shoot at opponents. Doesn't appeal to me in the past, and even nowadays I prefer Battle Corps on the Mega CD. Darkside, a space shooter, yeah, extremely rare, extremely expensive, and in moving not with the best graphics blessed. I only have a reproduction, cause this game is so rare and extremely expensive if you find a copy. But if I be honest, my reproductions looking very nice, and I couldn't spot the difference on the cartridge. So yeah, that was it almost for this week's episode of Lazy Video Game Show. I hope you enjoyed it, cause it's hard to say those games were bad. There are games like Doom, why nowadays I enjoy even more than back in the day, because yeah, back in the day I wasn't the Doom player, or even Colibri. It's an amazing game, but back in the day it was not a game that appeals to me. So when I looking over to the shelf, I think also maybe I should do rejudging those games. When it comes to prices, it's amazingly some games are crazy expensive as hell, and they are not even good. They are just rare. And there's this wonderful opportunity nowadays of reproductions, but be warned by me. I bought some reproductions games years ago in wonderful made cardboard boxes, and also from US games that never released to Europe, as Blackthorn, BC Races, and the legendary last game of the 32X, but only in America. Europe pulled faster the plug to the 32X, so this game never came out here. If you like that I take a look at these games once again for you, leave a commentary down below. Yeah, I want to say also with those reproductions, they were double the new price, or around 1.5 the new price of a game back then, so around 150 bucks. Nowadays you have better opportunities and possibilities, but I learned, of course, or I know that in the reproduction scene, of course, an authentic box like those cardboard boxes are that point that drives the price really up in the high. I saw that on another game that I bought, loose as copy, as module, as from reproduction, homebrew, call it what it was. It was reproduction of a homebrew that would fit it even better, for around 140 bucks, and with box prices go up in that game up to 400 euros. So and if you wonder which game that I talking about now, tune in next week, cause I have a little special about that game for the next Sunday. Till then, have a fantastic time, a great week, and don't forget, the game is never over.